Let's see it. So 50 boost on spawn. Lethamyr, the genius of custom maps, a genius of everything related to editing boost. And wait, it didn't work on that one because there's only one player, right? When the kickoff countdown started.
It might have, yeah, he was a little bit late, but let's see.
But I think it'll work. It'll fix on the next one. So yeah, if this works correctly on any kickoff where there are 2 players, that time Dr. None's joined a little bit late. But anytime there's 2, we should see 50 boost. Now watch them just like dribble the ball around for 2 minutes and we don't get to see a kickoff.
No kickoffs at all. Yeah, we'll see. Because that's the thing, right? Ones is very, very sporadic with goals, but
yeah. Yeah,
like I said before, we tested this. We tested this before, and like we did 3 games of 100 boost on kickoff, and there was not a single kickoff goal. Ooh, Moxie.
Oh, that's got to be a goal. Wide open. And it's 1-0. That's a really nice shot, Moxie, with the mind game and a little pass himself off the post. Now let's see it. So what difference will it make to the kickoff game? Will Moxie still be as dominant? There we go. So they both have 50 boosts on the kickoff here. And this is just going to allow the person who loses the kickoff to have a bit more of a chance of getting 100 boosts to defend with, which Dr. None did there. So a strong kickoff possession for Moxie, but it didn't lead to a shot that was really difficult to save. And Dr. None scores on the counter.
This is perfect. This is what I wanted to see, a lot of kickoff goals. Or not kickoff goals, so kickoffs. Because I wanted to see a lot of goals happen and just test it out. Like, there was a lot more speed from Dr. No to get back and prepare for the defensive push there. So I think it is already working with just that little bit of extra boost.
And let me just very quickly mention to any of you guys who want some free thenextrank.com content, head over to the YouTube channel. Jack just recorded a settings video. You guys love asking pros for settings video. Nobody ever asks me for my settings. I don't know if people ask you for your settings, but nobody asks me for mine. Nobody wants to play like me. But Jack compared a whole bunch of pros settings, and you can go and head over there, watch the video for free if you want to copy the video settings, controller settings, camera settings. Yeah, the nextrank.com YouTube channel. But let's lock in here. We got another kickoff goal. Oh my goodness, one shot by Dr. None. Moxie played standoff defense and he gets clipped on.
That's clean.
Oh,
what a shot.
102 kilometers an hour as well. He absolutely smacked that.
So yeah, this 50 boost is going to be pretty tame compared to what happens later on. Like, they're actually using all of the boosts too. Are you noticing that? Like, they're actually using extra boost.
Oh,
what a fake.
Yeah, it will allow players to, the ability to use more boost on the kickoff approach itself, which sometimes players try to save boost on, while still having boost left over. It looks like Dr. None flipped the wrong way here. Or is he just trying to go back to the kickoff? Maybe he is just a content machine.
He wants to experiment more. Yeah, we'll see.
He's like, oh no, I conceded. Now I have to go through the kickoff again. That was a bit sus. We didn't tell him to do that. I promise.
Because you actually pick up an extra one, right? So it's technically 63 boost total?
Yeah.
Off that corner spawn?
Yeah, on the diagonal spawn, you can. I think they can get, what is it, 3 pads on the straight spawn? So yeah, you're getting tons. So. And on the regular Rocket League 1v1 kickoffs, the one kickoff that yields the least or the lowest amount of kickoff goals is the straight spawn because of that one extra boost pickup on the way.
Right.
Which, when you're playing 1v1, if you need goals, if you're down late, you're really hoping that you don't get the straight spawn, which obviously you should know ahead of time because it's just a 5 kickoff rotation. It's the same order every time. But you're much more likely to get a kickoff goal in the diagonal spawn because you only get that one boost, so it's more volatile. Or your opponent gets that, I should say.
Ooh, good flip reset. Dr. None is controlling the boost here. And it was interesting because off that kickoff, he actually was able to stick around a lot more. It's off the backboard, but
he's actually recovered pretty well here. And he does lose the boost in the back corner. Moxie has him in a terrible spot. Should be scoring. He is. It's 3-2 to the Frenchman. We're all about the kickoffs here. Skipping the goal. Don't care. Let's see the kickoff. Finally, I get you to drag you all into my world where I care more about the kickoff than the rest of the game. Yeah, it does feel like so far we haven't seen any undefendable positions. That's a great transition by Moxie. Dr. None got caught in the corner in a bit of an awkward spot. He thought he could get to this ball first, but look at where Moxie is, just immediately in that position, probably partly due to the extra boost he had.
So I think that like right now it's going to be indistinguishable for the most part. Like you won't be able to see the dramatic difference. But look at this, like Moxie's already super returned to the net, but also Dr. None was able to get back.
Yeah, so there's a defendable position every time, but this doesn't feel like a far cry from actual 1v1. it just feels like quite a balanced 1v1, which, you know, in most cases these days is what modern high-level ones ends up being. You know, it's rare to see the old-fashioned, you know, 4 kickoff goals in a row like we used to see every single show match in 2018.
You will see some, but it is rarer now, so people are way more controlled. But I think for the average player, it does help.
Oh, for sure, yeah. For most players, this would be... I mean, for your average Rocket League player, they lose the kickoff, they're not sure why, and then they lose the next one as well. But, you know, the very best pros in the world, if Moxie loses a kickoff, he's got another Titan that he can switch to, so it's not an issue for these guys. But yeah, can players try this, Lethamyr? I know you've made this map. Is it possible
readily available
to play?
right now? Like it's because it is a map file rather than like a mod that you can like just like install. But I could release it once I like figure out how to easily make it possible for people. But I think the thing is that we're noticing so far that like at least for ones, a lot of people complain about the 1v1 kickoffs, and that's why a lot of people don't play the mode. That little bit of extra recovery is something that will allow people to, you know, maybe learn how to change their kickoff a little more. Like they can recover it and not feel like so tilted, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because a lot of people just get tilted off the
Yeah, they feel like they don't have a chance, and that's really what people want in Rocket League. You want to feel like you've got a chance, and if you know, lose the kickoff and you have no boost, you're out of position, the opponent just hits it into your net, it doesn't really feel like you're playing a game. It's just like, well, a lot of people don't really, if you don't know what happened or what went wrong, it's just very frustrating. So yes,
I've seen a couple of your show matches where you talk about how someone doesn't actually want to score because their kickoff is weaker against somebody.
It can sometimes look like if you, for example, yeah, like you said, been losing a bunch of kickoffs. Let's say, just to make it extreme, you lose every single kickoff in a game. Oh, nice double tap there. Chamsu double tap by Moxie off the flick. I think you meant the follow through there. Yeah, so imagine you lost every kickoff badly in a game, but you somehow managed to give yourself a 3-goal advantage, minute to go, and you've got possession.
And then you score.
It might be advantageous to not score, even if you're presented the opportunity, because if you really are likely to lose every kickoff, scoring, let's say to go up by 3 from a 2-goal advantage, might actually give your opponent the volatility they need to score a kickoff goal, get a really strong kickoff possession, because now, what, 2 seconds have passed and you're right back to being 2 goals ahead, but now the opponent has the ball. So it's not something anybody's really thinking about, but it could be in the future. Maybe this season with their LCS having won.
Automatic right now. Are you seeing this? He's just like every flip reset.
Yeah, it's just Moxie, when he gets into this mode, he's pretty tough to stop. He's often called like a, you know, ground game one trick, you know, the flick one trick, but it couldn't be further from the truth. He's got a great aerial game as well.
He's known for his flicks, but yeah, there's so much more to his gameplay. He has like I wouldn't say he's a jack of all trades. He just really has a lot of variability to his gameplay. Like he's whipped the wall right now. I mean, he is up 6 goals, so he's having a little bit of fun. But the pogo.
Yeah, he's gonna get a ceiling recovery off this. Yeah, Moxie he's extremely good at everything, and then he's the best in the world at some things. And when you're the best in the world at some aspects of 1v1, why wouldn't you make it a big part of your game? So he does focus a lot on flicks, physical play, boost control, possession, because those are just things he might be the best at. GG, Moxie wins game 1. We're going to switch to the 75 boost spawn. So
it might crash their game and my game. We'll see.
Okay, let's see.
It might take a second. We'll test it here.
Let's see if it crashes.
A little bit of growing pains with...
All right, let's create this and see if we can get everybody back in. Now, you'll notice if you're probably wondering, why isn't this underpass? Well, Lethamyr's changed the underpass to load this. So whereas previously in your game, it would load actual underpass. Oh, Dr. None joined.
Oh, Dr. None joined. It might be okay.
Let's see. Maybe like the game will know.
I think it's okay. Yeah.
But anyway, this should give 75. If not this time, then definitely the next spawn, which will be interesting to watch. Okay, it did.
It did.
So 75. This is going to be a big difference. I mean, it's like double.
Now it's gonna be play in the middle here. Like everyone still has boost.
Oh, he just got bumped on that one. Still couldn't get back to it. He tried. I mean, Dr. None played it up in the air, got dunked on, and then right here, Moxie landed on him. He did that on purpose as well.
Bump him a little bit too. Yeah, that's like that whole play is now possible. Like they're doing aerial plays off the kickoff, which has never been seen before.
So drive kickoff of Moxie is intentionally just letting that one go past him.
Ooh.
Might become more viable. Oh my goodness, Moxie. the huge save. That might become even more viable than in regular Rocket League ones, because the drive kickoff where you don't flip into the ball is already part of the high level ones meta, but when you have more boosts, it's even more viable. You're usually just conceding boosts in favor of momentum. Well, now you have both.
That's
you
the
have
thing too, is like a
boost.
lot of players will try to get that advantage in the back corner.
Yeah.
But that's no longer required because you both have like a good amount of boost off the kickoff. You just get a couple pads, you're already full.
At the same time, it could be dangerous because if you're giving your opponent a really big kickoff win and they have boosts to maybe score the open net, which would have otherwise been unreachable. Yeah, I mean, these guys are into midfield play thoroughly now, so this is standard stuff, and Moxie should be slotting this 2-1.
He missed.
He's missed it. He tried to really place that bottom corner, and now he's got a wide open net.
Here.
Surely. Yeah, there it is. 2-0.
All right, so we get to see more kickoffs. That's the important thing here.
Now, you mentioned that you're interested in trying this with 2s, 3s. I mean, have you done that before at all? I think we did that once,
2s.
right?
Yeah, I messed with 2s. I made it 50 boost. Like, the idea there was, like, standard Rocket League is already pretty good. Like, I don't feel like 33 is bad. Ooh, good fake. Like, standard 33 kind of splits up 100 boosts across your 3 players. 33,
yeah.
33, 33. So the idea with 2v2 was to make it 50.
Uh-huh.
So that way it's 100 split between 2 players. And then for 1v1, you're by yourself. So I originally tried this with 100 boosts, and it worked really well. Like, there was not a single kickoff goal opportunity, which, like, there were opportunities to make a play, but you still had to have good defense. And you didn't feel like you were cheated out of a position because you had 0 boost versus someone who got that, like, last-second grab on the boost.
Yeah, it's a really different field. Now, I'll be probably one of the I almost said players. One of the people in the Rocket League scene. I guess I am, technically a Rocket League player, but definitely not a pro. As a viewer of Rocket League, I probably like kickoff goals more than anyone else in the world because nobody else seems to like them. Oh, what a shot by Dr. Node, by the way. That's outrageous. And I think both players have now flicked the ball to the crossbar and continued flying to double it in.
The follow-ups are great. Like,
it's a
it
purpose
requires
as well.
a lot of precision.
But yeah, what in your, because you used to be a pro, you're still a very high level player. What in your own experience is, your take on kickoff goals, as a player, as a viewer, versus midfield play?
I think, like, kickoff goals, like, the term kickoff goals has been widened, I would say, over the years, because, like, even in 3v3, a kickoff goal can be something that isn't, like, immediately in the net, but it's like something that's like a set piece, or like something happened nearly after the kickoff. Sort of like a butterfly effect.
Yeah,
and same with 1v1s. Like, you had an opportunity off of something that felt unfair because you just guessed wrong. And I think that, like, there is still RNG in Rocket League besides the boost spawns where off of kickoff, if you just guessed which way to flip wrong, it could go in your net in ones. And even at the highest level, like, I see that, like, some high level players, they just guessed wrong, and so it feels that you're, like, a little cheated almost. Where in these situations where you have way more boosts, like, you still have the opportunity to, like, defend properly after the mistake or wrong guess, for example.
Yeah.
So I like it. I mean, I enjoyed it the couple games that I played it. I haven't really extensively tested this, but, like, right here, like, still there's kickoff goals because people have possessions and you didn't defend properly, but it's not like Dr. Gnome can't get back and formulate a proper position, right? Like, he's back in net here with 100 boost.
Yeah.
He just guessed.
Yeah, I mean, that goal is more a symptom of being afraid of the top left corner flick, and then Moxie for once doesn't flick it towards the top corner, so it just goes right down the middle at a pre-jumping Dr. None's body, and he can't react to it. So, I mean, we are still seeing actually quite a lot of kickoff goals, or what you'd modern day call a kickoff goal, but the common theme that I'm noticing is that there is a defender in net every time.
Right, readily available. And that's the kind of thing I was talking about, where it's not like, oh, wow, I guessed wrong, and now I'm out of position and on a boost disadvantage. And you find, you'll find that throughout these games, when you get in, like, the rhythm of ones where it's kind of like back and forth, people are taking shots and pop, you get into that rhythm a lot faster when everyone's already kind of in a boosted position where they hold on to that 20-30 boost, where the kickoff is the only kind of point in ones where I say that, and now Dr. None's 0 boost going back to his net. I was going to say, it's the only point in ones where at the highest level, people are kind of at that really, like, limbo kind of position where they have to get into that rhythm. but that rhythm starts right away. I don't know how to explain
Well,
that
yeah, so I
better.
think it's the only position, I mean, the kickoff is the only position in 1v1 where you can end up on 0 boost without necessarily doing anything wrong. Because one kickoff in isolation, you could say, it's just, unlucky. If you lose it and you end up on 0 boost, you could call yourself unlucky.
Like this one right there, like that was a kickoff goal where if he did defend it, he wouldn't be like completely screwed out of the play because he would have made a touch and then it goes off the backboard. But he's not 0 in net; he's 30 or 40. So Moxie can still set up a starve. Ooh!
It's a good shot, good enough shot by Dr. None. Moxie couldn't keep it out. Yeah, in midfield play, if you do play, perfectly, you won't ever get completely boost starved. You'll always have a little bit left, and you'll probably always be in position to do something. But I think ending up in those positions where there's nothing you can do is kind of just inevitable.
I want to mention that right there, Dr. Gnome could have beat him to the boost, but he forgot that he had 40. Like he would have been fine.
He's autopiloting,
Yeah, he could have been there before Moxie, but he forgot to race to it.
Yeah, the muscle memory is kicking in a bit too much. Everything you're saying about kickoff goals is absolutely true, and popular opinions, I would say. A lot of the Rocket League scene would agree. In their experience, they're like, the Q1s concede a kickoff goal, they're like, well, that wasn't very fun.
Right.
It's the same thing that people experience when they're getting air dribble bumped, when they're, maybe spawning on the wrong side off a demo, things that you can't do anything about, and you're like, well, that just sucks. There's nothing I can do there. But it's interesting to me how maybe not nobody, but less people complain about not being able to do anything about a double reset the opponent hit on them. They're like, fair play.
I just find it really interesting that like Rocket League released 9.5 years ago, and we are into almost year 10, and they have not changed the boost positions, the spawn positions, anything. Like since the dawn of time. The only thing they've changed is that they changed the rounding of the boost. You used to spawn with 34 visually.
Yeah.
And I think like in 2016 or 2017 they changed their rounding.
Because it's always been 33.33, but then they stopped rounding up. They started rounding to the closest number.
Yeah, because I think they like experienced that like you would be like stuck at 1 unless you're like fully 0.
Yeah.
So it was it's weird that like Rocket League hasn't experimented or like just tried things, because they've done Rocket Labs, but they've never really like let's say season 11 or something, like there's like a certain pattern of boost on all the fields, and then like next season it's like here's the new pattern where boosts are like in different spots, like there's one in the net, or like different amounts, different spawn times, because we're used to the fact that big boosts spawn every 10 seconds, but what if it was 11 or 12, or the little pads gave 3 more boost? Oh, you just tab there. I don't know if you did you tab?
Oh, did I do something there? Wait, what happened? I did tab. What does that do? Wait, what?
Yeah, it really lags the game.
On me. Did I just like take a goal off of? Wait,
you're the server.
Did Dr. None like miss an open net there? Wait, what happened? Did he miss an open net? I tapped out because I was trying to like go to. No, wait, did he miss an open net? Have I just rigged this? But it's okay. Moxie gave him the goal back. I should probably give him a couple of seconds. How do I?
You can go pause it.
Yeah, I'll give back. I'll give him back 10 seconds. There we go. There, bang. Okay, game on. Wait, is it supposed to be a 1-goal game? Moxie might give him another one.
It's okay. It's good.
But yeah, this is an experiment. So on me. Okay, yeah. I was in full screen. I did not know I was in full screen. So when I tabbed, it just closed the server. All right, though, Karma.
We have a game on our hands here.
Karma put Dr. None back into a 1-goal game.
Yeah, it like rubber bands back. Like it like doesn't know what to do because like
that's hilarious. Oh wow! I'll have to look back at your POV later. That's probably really funny.
That's really funny.
I tabbed out and then I realized I was in full screen. Tabbed back in immediately, but that was already too late.
Oh, what a shot!
Oh, that's a great shot. Wow.
That's it anyway.
Top bins, and I'm actually really surprised how many kickoff goals there have been, because they're using so much boost on the kickoff.
They're actually using way more than I think they need to.
Yeah, they are.
Supersonic and still wasting boost. But I think 100 is going to make a huge difference here in the next game, because like they will, no matter how much they waste, they'll still have boost.
Yeah, I think it's just a muscle memory habit. They're just holding boost on the kickoff, but even though they're already supersonic. But GG, Dr. None.
We'll do one more map here.
Actually playing Moxie really close here despite a ping disadvantage, and Moxie is a big favorite in the matchup in general. being one of the best ones players in the world. But Dr. Node is also excellent.
Yeah, I think the player who decides to hold on to more boost here will have way more of an advantage. But they're just like spouting out boost.
That's hilarious. Well, let's get into this next one and see how.
For Dr. Node here. We should be good as long as he joins.
Yeah, if we sit in spectate longer, it takes longer to start. If you click spectate, or rather, if you don't, if you sit on the scoreboard for longer, the game actually delays a little bit.
All right, here's the 100.
Whoa!
What is switch to the Jeep? What is this vehicle?
This car is never going to lose kickoff. Look at this. Look at the size of the thing. Look at the size of the fella.
Wait, what is this? I've never seen this.
I've never seen this car. I'm not going to lie.
What is this?
I don't know. I didn't know this was in the game. It looks ginormous though. Looks a little bit light on the feet though as well. Not gonna lie, it looks a little bit nippy.
It's like it's kind of good.
It's kind of looking a bit speedy out there.
Wait, Behemoth? I've never heard of this vehicle before.
What is this
from?
When did they add this?
It's a Fortnite car.
Is it?
It's a Fortnite car.
Okay. Yeah, Moxie's already intimidated. I mean, yeah, this car looks absolutely huge. How do you beat it on a kickoff, first of all?
Is this the car that you like revive at in Fortnite? Like I recognize the little.
It looks pretty speedy as well. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like, because you know the problem with the Mark is it looks really heavy. This looks like a fast car.
So we have 100 boosts on the kickoff now. So far we've seen a little bit of an advantage for both players.
Dr. Node pulling out all his stops here to try and get a game win against Moxie here.
Wait, what does the license plate say?
That's a good question. I'm trying to
back. Like that would normally be open, but now Moxie's back on the return.
Yeah, he's able to get back to that one.
On the Behemoth.
Surely he plays it safe, yeah. He didn't have the right angle or speed.
Oh.
Moxie's clearly never dealt with anything like this before.
He's intimidated. It's a little scary here with boost low, but he gets the corner or mid.
You know, you mentioned earlier on about how there's never been any additions to the kickoff spawns, boost positions, and all that in Rocket League history. That's the part that puzzles me the most, actually. So the boost actual amount, I used to not really like it too much because back in the old days, nobody knew how to, you know, come into a show match with enough kickoff strats. What is going on in this car? Dr. Node is insane. But these days, it's not really a problem as much as it is in the past. But I would still love to see different kickoff spawn positions. I would love to see maybe even the choice of, like,
you know, Johnny, it's
picking
funny you
which
mentioned
one.
That. I am testing that very soon. Is that you're segueing into the idea? Yes.
Love that.
I see.
That's cool. So I mean, 2s, 3s especially would be really cool to see different kickoff spawn positions than what we currently have.
So very soon, what I'll be doing first is I'm testing out Rocket League with possession on kickoff. So after a kickoff or after a goal goes in, the team that got scored on will have the ball in front of them. I'll probably be combining the efforts of this boost mod with that, because in 3v3, if you spawn with the ball, it might actually be a disadvantage if you're at 33.
Yeah, depending where the ball spawns in.
Right. So what I've done is I've removed the corner kickoffs, so that way the ball spawns in front of the 3 players right away, and I've given like a little more boost, so you have a little more of a possession play. So we'll be testing that out, and then after that, what I want to do is test out different spawn spots. So like next to the corner boost or closer up, like almost like a football or American football huddle.
Right.
You're like nice and close.
Oh, look at this. Moxie, even with 100 boost, is still delaying the kickoff and getting a kickoff goal.
Dr. does have a lot, and he could have maybe turned.
I think, oh no, this one he's been absolutely pranked. So there's nothing he can get. He thought he'd block it with this car. Yeah, that's actually smart, to be honest. I was I was talking to Lethamyr before we went live about this, and yeah, you guys in chat or in the comments can let us know what you think about this idea. What about? Well, there's a couple of ideas. You could either have a bouncing ball on the kickoff instead of a dead ball.
Oh no, he missed.
Yeah, he's absolutely blundered that one. Whoops. So kind of like in hoops, the ball bounces up in the air.
Up.
In Heat Seeker, it falls into position. I think it could be cool to try those two options instead of a dead ball, so there's a little bit more playability on the ball. I also like the idea of having a brand new kickoff spawn position. That's a really creative shot by Moxie, just quietly. But what if there's one player spawns right in the center circle where the ball is currently, and the ball spawns between them and their goal, and their 2 teammates spawn in the back corners, like behind the 100 boost, so that you could just pass it back to a 100 boost teammate.
Yeah, I was
Pass
also
it either
thinking
way.
about like dynamic boost spawns, right? So like right now the setup for these modes is that everybody gets the same amount, but what if the players in the middle that do the kickoff have 100 or 50 or whatever, and the regular players back in the corners have a certain amount. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
the people in the middle can have a little more boost because they're away from the big boosts. There's like so many options that you could be playing around with.
Yeah.
I think it's just like fun, like if each season in Rocket League kind of just experimented with changing up some things and making it feel fresh.
Yeah, and so you'd have to have the team who just conceded spawn with possession essentially on all these kickoffs we're talking about, chat. So when you concede a goal, instead of it being a dead ball middle and it's 50-50, you would just have the first touch for free, kind of like a heat
in
seeker.
League of Legends, for example, you have kind of like a flavor of the year, like with these new champions that come out, and like people are experimenting with them, and like constant patch notes and tests of different items and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Rocket League doesn't have the ability to do a lot of that. Non-standard maps were one of the ways that we could have freshened up the game a little bit, but everyone was too bad at the game at the time when they introduced it.
Yeah, they were.
Luckily,
they were tough.
non-standard maps were actually, funny enough, the reason
save.
we have flip resets in the first place.
Yeah, they are.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
that's
insane
right.
to do that.
Neo Tokyo ramps invented flip resets by accident, which is crazy. But yeah, while I've got you here, here's my other like idea I've wanted to see. I don't know if this has ever been done, but I've talked about this a couple of times on my channel. So Rumble, another game that's got a randomness element. You just randomly get a power-up, and nobody knows what that power-up is except you, unless you tell your team. I always wondered
Pieces,
what
like set
if
items that you have.
well, yeah, you could incorporate set items. You can incorporate like you know, picking bands or whatever. But the way I think to make that, I think really cool and up the skill ceiling, would be instead of big boost pads in the corners and at the halfway line, what if those were Rumble power-ups that spawned and everybody can see you pick it up? You can see somebody else picking up the plunger. Now you can actually play against that proactively because you know they've got it. You can power up deny your opponents, and then to counteract the missing boost, you can add like what do you call it? Auto recharge boost to offset the boost that's missing. I would love to see 100%.
That. So I think there's a couple things that should be added. One, there should be a visual next to your boost amount that like sort of shows what power up you have for your teammates. Number two, I think they should add a quick chat.
He doesn't have a reset.
First off, for like, I guess it's not necessary anymore because you have like the little boost circle. But before that, I was suggesting that Rocket League adds like a quick chat. Oh, come on. Put it in.
Oh, Moxie, no fun. Moxie. Boo.
No way. I was going to say they should add a quick chat where you can quick chat and it just gives you your active status of your Rumble power up. So you hit like this item and it says like Rumble power up in 3 seconds, or I have plunger or whatever. So that would be really cool too.
Yeah. That would be awesome. Yeah, to like anything that allows like more intelligent play, because all the things we're talking about here, they allow players to make decisions and compose strategies on the fly.
You want to drag them in and see what they thought of it. Actually, that's
we could talk to these players really quickly if you want to get like a quick interview. I think we better go fast because Moxie's got to go. Let's see if they join. I like Moxie says that ones would be more loved, but now po 100 boost and kickoff, and you start a depression. That's what he said in the chat.
No worries.
Yeah,
no worries.
That's a good point, actually. Some players would be buffed by this for sure. There's some players who are really good at playing like the low boost economy style of Rocket League that happens after kickoffs, and some other players are not as good at that. They're much better once the game reaches midfield play. Both players have 100.
Are you in the lobby with Moxie still?
No, I'll just send him a message and tell him in case he missed it. I think he has to. Oh no, there he is. I was gonna say I think he has to leave, but Moxie and Dr. None.
Hello.
Hi. What'd you guys think?
Start.
No kickoff goals, best.
No.
No kickoff goals, best.
Yeah. Like, did you guys have like a favorite out of the amounts? Like, what did you prefer?
Yes, the 100 was
100 best.
best one.
Moxie?
Did you find like it was?
Yeah,
like,
101 is
100.
just better.
Okay. Interesting.
I mean, like my strength is kickoff. So for me, no boost is better because I can do better with no boost. But yeah,
but do you feel like it's
better.
more fair? Like, what do you think about it? Like when you see the 100, you still have you still got some kickoff goals there. Like you scored some.
Yeah, I think you get less kickoff goal, of course. So it might be more fun for like how to say, maybe regular players, because a lot of players get tilted by kickoff goals.
Right.
But I
But like I
think
said, you
the
still were
fact,
able to make a play, but like Dr. Gnome was in net. Like you just had to outplay him rather than it being open, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
yeah.
but also I think the fact that we don't have full boost usually is good also, because you need to focus on your boost management. Like when we have full boost, we can just spam boost and we don't care what happens, because we can just get to a boost fast, and we don't take a kickoff goal often like we
Right.
used to.
So yeah, I was curious to maybe like 50 or like 75 even. Like there's definitely like a different number that could be like the sweet spot where like you still have to manage your boost. We also noticed that when you guys were on 50 and 75, you almost just like just used all of it anyway.
Yeah.
Even though you were at like supersonic. So I was curious, like obviously this is a very quick show match and I think that it'll take time. Like anytime like a game makes a change, it would take hours for people to really find the sweet spot of how to like adapt to the new changes. But it's just like cool to test it out. I don't know if you guys liked it or would like to see Rocket League changing things, like boost
Yes.
positions and stuff. Yeah.
No.
No.
Mox is
No.
like, no, he wants his kickoffs.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for testing it out. I really appreciate you guys
Can
taking
I
the
ask
time.
one question before we? I know you got to go, Moxie, and Dr. No, don't want to keep it too long. I wanted to ask, what do you think about 75 boost specifically? Because I noticed that one. It still seemed to be. It looked like a normal 1v1 because there were still strong kickoff possessions, but you guys seem to always at least have a chance. There were no undefendable kickoff goals, if we want to call it that. What did you think about 75 boost?
You want to start, Doctor, now, or me?
Yes.
Okay,
If
go.
you play more mechanical, you'd prefer 100 boost, but no, 75 is still good.
Still good.
Yeah,
for me,
so I think like just like
100
the
is the
idea of
best.
having more boost seems like an okay idea at least.
Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that kickoff goal in once should be a part of the game, because kickoff are really important in once, and I don't think it should be normal to avoid player to concede kickoff goal, because like they need to
Learn the
focus a
kickoff.
lot on kickoff in once, you
Well,
know.
okay.
Like it's
Here's
one
another
of the
question
main
for
parts.
you. Do you find that you kick off differently in ones compared to twos and threes?
Yeah, of course. Like
Yeah.
for once, I kick off not to score. I kick off to recover better, like to avoid
Right.
a lot of kickoff goals. What I want when I do a kickoff is just to recover well and avoid kickoff goal. And if I get a good 50, I score. But the most important is to recover well, because we don't have a lot of boost, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched your stream. Sometimes like you feel like you're cheated on some spots. So I'm just curious like to see your thoughts on like when you do your best and you guessed wrong on a kickoff, like the wrong way to flip or something. Like, do you find that you were able to recover those positions better, or like do you think that's just like, oh, I should have done better? Like, did you ever feel like when you go for a kickoff, there was nothing you could have done differently, you just guessed wrong, or do you think there's something better you could have done?
I don't know. Like I'm just doing the same kickoff over and over. It's really good to get a good 50, because even if you lose it, you can recover fast. So
Right,
I
like
really
a
don't mind.
wave dash.
I just try to hit the ball in the center, so I can get the best 50 as I can. But I don't mind where the ball goes. Like if it goes in my how to say, in
In
my
your half.
half,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I can just recover fast and often get the ball or the boost. So yeah, I don't really mind where the ball goes.
Moxie,
Cool.
are you 1v1ing Shadi on Fear's channel in a minute?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Yeah, we're just denying Fear's content.
Yeah, we should probably let him do that. All right, thank you guys so much.
Man.
Thank you for
Yeah, thank you
joining and
guys.
doing that. That was really cool. A lot of fun.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
GG's.
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 Bye bye.
I'll hop back over here for a second, Johnny, if we
Yeah.
just want to close out.
Let's do that. Let's do that. That's cool. All right. Very
was cool.
interesting. Moxie's what is the word? His
It's funny. He kept
his
saying like,
theology
oh,
is
I
really
like
interesting. He's like,
Yeah.
I enjoyed. I think it's just a comfort thing. Everybody in Rocket League likes having 100 boosts. I don't think there's ever going to be a Rocket League player with 100 boosts who's not happy. It's just you just feel good when you have
Yeah,
100
but what
boosts.
Moxie wants is for him to spawn at 100, but his opponents don't. That's what it
Exactly.
sounded like.
I think
That's what it
he's
sounded
like, yeah, that felt pretty good, but also I know this is bad for me because I'm very good at this. So that's a really, honestly, very good analysis of what happened. And Dr.
He's a very
Nolan,
honest player.
he seems to think it's related to mechanics. So if you're mechanical, which I imagine he means aerial focused,
You can do more
benefit,
plays off kickoff.
You can benefit more from the 100 boost, which is definitely true. You can. Yeah, watching that, I mean, it was a very small sample size, so we'd have to see more. But 75 looked like the most
Decent, yeah.
unique but still true to the game mode experience. 100 was totally different. It was very very quickly into midfield back
play
and forth.
already started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
exactly,
pretty
that's
much
what I
immediately
noticed.
into that. Both players found it very easy to access 100 boost and pressure on the ball, which is kind of what you want for a midfield play to be extended. And
I think I agree with you. 75
didn't
definitely
do
felt.
that. Yeah.
75 felt like still true to the game mode, but just like no cheap goals. Like people were still able to get kickoff goals and possessions and sort of take advantage of their good 50. So you still had to be mindful of how you 50'd the ball. But I really think that like you said, it's a small sample size, and with more time, like people would come up with strats with different boost amounts. I'm sure you could do some really cool things. It was really cool to just see like two really high level players test it out, and I think if with more time, they would definitely take more advantage of the fact that they had boost that they overused
Yeah.
on the kickoff. Yeah.
I would love to see. I mean, all the ideas we talked about sound really cool. If you guys like those, be sure to let us know. Let Lethamyr know. They, 2v2 and 3v3 like kickoff spawns, giving a team possession, giving them an active ball, giving them different boost amounts. I'm obviously really big on the Rumble idea because I think that would make me want to play it every time I like
definitely
I'm in one of
wanna
these creative
try
tournaments. Rumble
setting
just
up a
makes
mod.
me makes me
Yeah.
feel like, well, this is just random. Oh well, they had plunger. Cool. I guess you could maybe tell by their car language, but it would be nice to just be able to actually track it.
You should see what what everybody has when they do pick it
No,
up?
I don't
Like,
think so.
no?
I think you should have to see them. Like you should have to,
Pick it up.
spot them, pick it up. Like you saw a haymaker power up appear and somebody grabbed it, then you have to remember who has it. That would be a skill element to the game that I would love to see because it would, make the game harder, and it would also reward players who are good at tracking that information, which I really like the idea of.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I'll have to talk to some modders and see if it's possible. I'm actually this year is kind of crazy because I'm like we might actually see the first year where consoles have custom maps.
Really?
I can't go. I can't go too much into that. I've been
That's
talking
exciting.
to some console modders, so this year could be pretty exciting. But
That's very cool.
it might be too late because who knows what happens this year with the 10th anniversary. I'm
Yeah,
still coping.
we're all hoping, coping and hoping for something big. But yeah, that was
chat,
awesome.
I appreciate you guys watching this. I've been reading up on like opinions in the chat and stuff.
Love that.
Super cool to see the reception was pretty positive.
Yeah, we definitely need to revisit this with other game modes. And yeah, thanks again for the invite.
Yeah, stay tuned for the kickoff possession and then new kickoff spawns. We'll try that out soon as well.
Awesome. All right, Leth.
Awesome.
Well, have
All
a
right.
good night.
Take it easy, man. I'm gonna go rest up. I am very
Oh yeah,
sick.
recover well. Take care, bro.
All right. See ya.
See ya.